So in just a minute here, we're going to do meditation. So, straight. Right. 30 seconds. Today I'm going to read A Prayer for My Country by Ernest Holmes. Whether you're religious or not, the U.S. could use some prayers. This was specifically written for the United States, but if you're not from the United States, it'll work for your country too. Start my other feet here. Start meditation. It's about 6:45 now, so I'm going to do meditation for 30 minutes. So you're welcome to join. Stay as long as you like. You do the whole 30, that's great, but any bit you can do, even 5 minutes is good. So I invite you to get comfortable in your seats for however long you plan to sit, so you'll be comfortable. You want to have your butt up against the back of the chair. If you're in a chair, your spine straight. Or you can sit on the floor, sit cross-legged, or wherever you're comfortable. My ankle still hurts, so I can't quite sit cross-legged yet. Do 3 deep breaths. We're going to do a really deep inhale and an audible exhale. Just letting go of everything on the exhale. Good. Shake out your neck a little. If you've got any tension, do some neck rolls. Shake out the shoulders, roll the shoulders back and forward, shake out the arms. Just let go of any tension. Nothing to hold on to, nothing to think about, nothing to plan or organize. We're just resting. Giving the body rest, giving the mind rest. Just nothing to do, just this gift. Just rest, relaxation, letting the body let go of everything, letting the mind let go of everything. So do one more really deep inhale, letting go of everything on the exhale. Good. I invite you to turn on your heart light. You can put your hands on your heart if that helps. Just imagine there's a light in your heart space and you're turning it on. You're activating it. It might kind of gradually turn on slowly. It might blink on all at once. See if you can really imagine it, really see it there. What color is it? What quality is it? It can be sparkling. It can be kind of clear. It could be a solid light. It might be radiating steadily. It might be blinking or pulsing. Whatever it is perfect, but just imagine it and then breathe that in and out of the heart space. Every pore, every cell relaxed, really heavy upper body, really relaxing. A lot of space in the upper torso, a lot of space for this heart light to move through. So just breathing normally. And if you like, you can call to mind a being that fills your heart with love and joy. It could be a child or a pet. Not a complicated relationship, but just someone or something that when you think of this being, your heart just fills with joy. You just smile. It makes you happy. So let your heart fill, and then just breathe that light in and out of the heart space. Now breathe up some light from the center of the earth. So breathing up that light from Mother Earth, up through the soles of the feet, up through the tail and into the heart space. And then exhaling light from the heart down into the center of the earth. So out through the soles of the feet, out through the tailbone, all the way down to the center of the earth. Getting really rooted and grounded, so nice and strong. Good. So I thought what I would do today is read a prayer from Ernest Holmes. And I don't usually do spiritual stuff or too religious stuff on the weekends, but I feel like the United States could really use a prayer right now. So I'm going to say this every day, not necessarily a meditation, but I just wanted to do today a meditation just to get it out there, plant the seeds. So I'll read it through, maybe I'll read it through twice, and then we'll just have quiet time for contemplation and just focusing on the breath, just breathing. Maybe even being grateful for the country, for the good in the country that we have. And particularly for the ideals our country was founded on. I've been working as a tour guide when I was still working before the pandemic, so it's very close to my heart, these ideals of our country. So it's called My Prayer for My Country. Believing in the divine destiny of the United States of America and in the preservation of liberty, security, and self-expression, I offer this, my prayer for my country. I know that divine intelligence governs the destiny of the United States of America, directing the thought and the activity of all who guide its affairs. I know that success, prosperity, and happiness are the gifts of freedom and are the divine heritage of everyone in this country. I know that success, prosperity, and happiness are now operating in the affairs of every individual in this country. I know that divine guidance enlightens the collective mind of the people of this country, causing it to know that economic security may come to all without the loss of either personal freedom or individual self-expression. I know that no one can believe or be led to believe that freedom must be surrendered in order to ensure economic security for all. The all-knowing mind of God contains the answer to every problem which confronts this country. I know that every leader in this country is now directed to this all-knowing mind and has the knowledge of a complete solution to every problem. And each is compelled to act upon this knowledge to the end that abundance, security, and peace shall come to all. And I know that the spiritual democracies shall endure, guaranteeing to everyone in this country personal liberty, happiness, and self-expression. And so it is. Amen. I think next time I might just read the Declaration of Independence. I think I would like that even better. Anyway, that is a prayer for my country. So I'll read it again towards the end, but we'll just sit in silence for now, and I invite you to just be grateful. Think of all the things in this country that you're grateful for. So much to be grateful for. There's been a lot of focus on all the problems, and I've been doing that myself. We're going to focus on all the good, the ideals that this country was founded on, that so many countries have copied the world over, this idea of democracy, of liberty and freedom for all. Really, really big ideal, really beautiful. The beautiful nature in this country, the beautiful land, the beautiful oceans, the beautiful mountains, the beautiful fields, all the abundance in this country, all of the wealth, all of the farmland and all of the produce that's grown in this country and all of the natural resources of this country. Amazing, amazing natural resources. And all of the people in this country, all of this diversity, we're a nation of immigrants, and all these people from all different places that came and settled here. Truly, truly amazing. Really diverse population of a country, probably more diverse than any country in the world. It's really a miracle, really amazing. And all the good that comes out of that, all of the cultural advances and scientific advances and educational advances, and just all of the good that's come through the knowledge in this country, the educational system of this country, and all of the brilliant minds of this country. It's just really, really amazing. I'm insisting that it's so. But it is. And remembering the history of this country, really remarkable history, and all that this country has gone through and the people have gone through to get to where we are today. With more freedom than we had at the founding of the country, and still more room for growth. And knowing that that is possible. That a country that works for everyone is possible. I invite you to just sit with that. Just think about what you're grateful for in this country. And if you're not from the United States, think about what you're grateful for in your country. There's always room for complaining, always time. You can always go back to complaining, in the next hour. For now, it's really focused on the good in the country, the wonderful people in America, and all the wonderful people you know. There are way, way, way more good people than bad people on the whole planet, but especially in our country. And knowing all the possibilities right here and right now. your mind starts to wander, just bring it back. Bring it back to gratitude, really deep gratitude for this country, for the United States, if you're here, or for your country, if you're not from the United States. Really focusing on the good, all of the cultural good, the scientific good, the technological good, the natural good, the human good, the history, all of it. Just whatever is important to you that you're grateful for in this country. So read the prayer again. This is by Ernest Holmes. And even if you're not religious, that's okay. It's just to plant seeds of positive thoughts for the country. So you don't have to have any religious background, but you can still want the best for the United States. This is gonna, my phone doesn't die before I finish. All right, my prayer for my country. Believing in the divine destiny of the United States of America and in the preservation of liberty, security, and self-expression, I offer this, my prayer for my country. I know that divine intelligence governs the destiny of the United States of America, directing the thought and the activity of all who guide its affairs. I know that success, prosperity, and happiness are the gifts of freedom and are the divine heritage of everyone in this country. I know that success, prosperity, and happiness are now operating in the affairs of every individual in this country. I know that divine guidance enlightens the collective mind of the people of this country, causing it to know that economic security may come to all without the loss of either personal freedom or individual self-expression. I know that no one can believe or be led to believe that freedom must be surrendered in order to ensure economic security for all. The all-knowing mind of God contains the answer to every problem which confronts this country. I know that every leader in this country is now directed to this all-knowing mind and has the knowledge of a complete solution to every problem. And each is compelled to act upon this knowledge to the end that abundance, security, and peace shall come to all. And I know that the spiritual democracy shall endure, guaranteeing to everyone in this country personal liberty, happiness, and self-expression. And so it is. Amen. So the idea is that we're saying these things and maybe they're not actually true right now in the reality that we're living in, but we're saying them and we're affirming them so that it's like planting a seed that then becomes true. So our words become reality is the idea. So it doesn't mean that I believe we're there now, but I'm knowing that that is the truth and that that is the end result of all of this. Because, I got to believe in something. All right. We're going to sit with that. Knowing liberty, security, freedom, peace for all. And I invite you to just focus on what you're grateful for in this country. And if you're not from the United States, what you're grateful for in your own country. Really focusing on the positive aspects. The culture, the education, the technology, the people, the natural resources, the history. My personal favorite is the history. The American Revolution is kind of my personal favorite here in Philadelphia. So knowing that the ideals of the revolution are upheld. And are implemented now more fully than they ever have been. To make that more perfect union that we talk about in the Constitution. So that it is a reality, becomes a reality. I invite you to scan your bodies if there's any tension or tightness anywhere. See if you can just relax a little more fully. Really heavy body. Especially your hands in your lap, your lower back, your face. Really relax every muscle. Nothing to do right now. We're just resting. Just sitting in gratitude for this beautiful, beautiful country. All the possibility of this country, of its beautiful experiment with democracy, this ongoing experiment. With more and more possibility. Let's take a deep breath. One more. So that heart light is activated. Join leg, put your hands on your heart if it helps. Just imagine that light in the heart space turned on. Just breathing it in and out of the heart space, kind of cleansing, purifying the heart, washing it with that heart light. Just normal breaths. If it helps, you can think of a being, could be a child or a pet, grandparent, just somebody that just fills your heart with love. Not a complicated relationship, but let your heart just fill with this joyful feeling. Just feel it in your body. The warmth, the expansion. Breathing it in and out of the heart space. We'll breathe up some light from the center of the earth, so breathing it up through the soles of the feet, up through the tailbone into the heart space, and then exhaling light from the heart down into the center of the earth. So out the soles of the feet, out the tailbone, all the way down to the center of the earth. So nice and strong. So we'll do 3 breaths, and then on the 4th one, we'll inhale up really strong to the heart, and then exhale the light from the heart out into the world. So doing a conscious love blast, really intending the light from the heart to go far and wide in every direction. So namaste, that's 30 minutes. So the light in me bows to the light in you. And have a beautiful rest of your weekend, a little bit that's left. And I'll be meditating live tomorrow at 7:15 a.m. Hope to see you then. Take care.